Hello and welcome to Bloke on the Range, and this is an active range, Thun Guntalsee here in Switzerland. Sorry for the noise, it is what it is. You can't really go on an active range and not suffer some background noise. Anyway, so what we're looking at today is 10.5-inch barrel at 300 meters. Sort of, what is it actually capable of? And what I've got here is, I love this thing. This is my Australian Automatic Arms SAC, semi-automatic carbine. Sort of the last iteration of the semi-auto Leader T2 Mark V series, and I'll go into great detail on that series later because it's really interesting, and it's sort of the last gasp of private Commonwealth semi-auto rifle design that was killed off by the Australian semi-auto ban in 1996. Now, it's an AR-18 variant, but with a triangular bolt head, which is pretty cool. These have a pretty nasty pressed rail on them, and thanks to Matt at m426.ch, we've got a Holosun mount modded to fit it. Bit of a pain to get on, to be honest, because this rail isn't very even, and the modern mounts are designed for proper sort of Picatinny Weaver, well-made setups. It isn't. I've been shooting this quite a lot lately, and I really love it. It is currently zeroed at 50 meters, and what I think we're going to do is, first of all, shoot a group, see where it hits on the 300 meter target, adjust it, and then shoot it for a nice group. I will be happy with this if I can keep them all on the silhouette, and this is one of my candidates to take to an SRA match in Finland next month. By the time this video is launched, that's probably going to happen, so you might already know what I actually ended up taking. But what we've got on top here is a Holosun 503 with a quite awesome circle dot reticle, 2 mower dot. It fits fairly nicely in this silhouette here. I don't really think mounting a low power optic on this is really a good thing, and it actually co-witnesses with the sights. When I got this, it had a 2.5 power Leopold scope on it, and the previous owner had taken off the rear sight so the scope could be mounted really low. Can't find a replacement, unobtainium, but I've got an LPA, it's actually in principle a shotgun rear sight, that fits the rail, goes to the right. So I can't look quite through the middle, but I can make sure it's always in the same place by lining up the ring with the front sight protectors. That actually works quite well. Now, on the front end here, what's not standard? These come with a birdcage flash hider. This is a Vorpal Arms Solo without the blast shield on it, which is actually quite effective. It's slightly large, but it's quite effective, and it cuts down the flash pretty well. So what I think I should do is stop rambling, shut up, put one of these in, and see where we end up and see if there's anything worth discussing. Before anyone asks, these PMags don't fit. When these were designed, it was the era of the GI mag, so I got GI mags and it eats them rather well. The HK high reliability mags for the SA80, they fit, but they don't feed properly. Well, they feed some of it. You get to near the end of the mag and then it carks it. So USGI for the win, and I'm going to mag rest because we're at 300. So anyway, I'm going to start the camera recording on the electronic target readout, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so they've both gone low right the same amount. That's quite a long way off. I was not expecting it to be that far off. So, by the way, this ammunition is 55 grain Frontier, and at 50 meters off a not very good bench, I was getting, I shot a 10 round group that was 2.9 minutes of angle, which I was quite happy with. So, which way? Up. Allegedly, these are half mower clicks, however, I'm skeptical. Let's go 4 and 4 to the left. Okay, they're nicely together. Let's go up another 4 and left another 1. Now you're probably noticing that there's actually very little muzzle flip on this. Up some more. Left another 1. Now what's happening on recoil is that the sight is jumping up to a bit below the top row of targets over there, but then it settles back down immediately. Bit more. And some more. Huh. And then suddenly it jumps. Go right 2. Now this is something I've actually noticed before, that the adjustments do not seem to be totally regular. Let's go back another 2. Yeah, and it's jumped again. That's annoying. Right. So what I think I'm going to do now is just reset the box and shoot a 10 round grip. It'll give this a little time to cool off as well. I did also just tighten this screw off camera. with a torque wrench to get it to a sensible torque, because maybe that'd come loose, but let's just see what goes on.
Okay, there were a couple of flyers there. That seems to have shifted a bit again. So let's just move it a bit and do it again. I mean, it's Frontier bulk ammo, so the flyer could definitely be ammo related, because I did not see the sights go that way. Anyway, so right to... Well, if that group was centered, that would have been all on the silhouette. Let's just adjust it again.
So I've also got some 69 grain PPU, Privy Partisan. We will see if this does any better. But thus far, for such a shorty, I mean, it's got legs to get out to 300. I'm not going to comment on terminal ballistics or whatever, because that's not really my problem. I'm only interested in putting holes in paper or on steel or whatever. Anyway, let's see where these go and where they go compared to the 55s.
Does seem to want to unscrew a bit. Now, the first 5 were superb, shooting low left though, but anyway, that's vaguely interesting. I'm not quite sure why those 4 are dropping off the dropped off the bottom there, but I mean, it is what it is. We show it like it is on Bloke on the Range. We don't just shoot it until we get a good result. We show you exactly what's going on. I'm gonna let this cool off, shoot some more off camera, and then decide whether I trust it enough to take it to the match, because this that screw coming slightly loose is slightly worrying, and I am getting some slight unexplained flyers. But in terms of the optic, I'm quite happy with that. The 2 mower dot on the silhouette, I mean, it covers most of it, but you can do good work with it. The recoil impulse is great. Okay, it's not a tricked out, tuned match AR-15, but for a primitive agricultural, almost meme thing, it's I'm pretty impressed with it. So yeah. Anyway, I think the answer is that 10.5 inch is certainly adequate for full size targets at 300 meters if you're well zeroed and if you don't screw up.
A little later.
So, after a bit of play off camera, that was the last shot of it, which was on camera. Not 100% convinced that it holds zero adequately enough for 300. It's probably a crappy pressed rail. It could be the sight itself, but I doubt it. I've got another one on another rifle that seems to be holding zero a lot better. But at 300 meters, if you get 2 minutes of angle off, you're already quite a long way off. We shall see. I mean, the principle of a red dot at 300 on a full-size target, I think that's fine. This particular combination might... Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be competitive against a tricked out AR, of course. There's no question, but it's fun. I love it. It's probably more brutalityable, but I might have to relegate it to shorter distances because I'm not 100% confident of this holding 0. What I might try in the future, I mean, I haven't got enough time before I go to Finland to muck around swapping sights across. This one's on this rifle, that one's on that rifle, and so it will stay. The other rifle being M17S bullpup, Bushmaster. Yeah, I think I need to play around with it a little more and make my decision of what to take with me on that basis. I've got a little bit of ammo left.
One long angry line later.
Well, just my luck, the interrupter spring is dead. Let's just hope that this is standard AR-15 fodder or similar enough. Okay, so this one's out of the runnings. Yeah, needs to be pushed forward, and then the hammer will fall, but that's dead. That should be being pushed into disengagement there. Oh well, back to half an hour ago.
Epilogue.
So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope that wasn't too dull and boring, just me turning money into noise on the range here. Talking of turning money into noise, thank you patrons for helping to fund this kind of stuff and nonsense. If you haven't become a patron yet, please consider doing so, and very much appreciated everybody, and see you later. Bye.